Welcome back to the Pokemon League World Championship. This is a huge battle at the top of the table. It's Blue versus Cynthia. Cynthia could take second place here because somehow Raihan beat Ivy in a big shock. Cynthia could take second place and Blue could lose out to Lance here as well. So both traders really looking for a win here. For Blue we have Gyarados, Tyranitar, Arcanine, Blastoise, Aerodactyl, and of course that Mega Alakazam. And for Cynthia we have Roserade, Togekiss, Milotic, Electros comes in for Cynthia, Lucario, and Garchomp. Both traders really looking for a win here as we lead with Arcanine for Blue and Electros for Cynthia, lowering the attack stat of Electros already. Raging Fury, massive damage into the Electros, and that attack drop really helped Arcanine take that liquidation. As in comes the Garchomp to resist the fire type, basically a fire type outrage here. Is Raging Fury, locks it Arcanine in. Earthquake will take the Arcanine down as in comes the Tyranitar. As Earthquake will do over a quarter, 3/4 of Tyranitar's health, and that's Unnerve actually taking place there. Garchomp not being able to take that Ice Beam with the Archie Berry because of Unnerve. Mega Lucario comes in and it's Blastoise for Blue that comes in to resist that Flash Cannon. Aura Sphere over half of Lucario's health already. Aura Sphere will not be enough to take Blastoise down, and the Choice Scarf Blastoise will take the Lucario down. As in comes the Roserade now. Switching into the Alakazam. Takes the Giga Drain there. Very nicely. And tracing Natural Cure. A very nice ability for this Alakazam to have. Psychic of course takes out the Poison type. As in comes the Milotic. Energy Ball. Ooh. Still does massive damage into Milotic and barely takes the Surf as Alakazam. Burn the Milotic now that activates Marvel Scale. Switching into the Togekiss though with Cynthia to take another Energy Ball. And Psychic does massive damage into that Togekiss. Will heal with the Citrus Berry. Ancient Power looking for the start boost. Togekiss doesn't get it. As in comes the Aerodactyl. Will miss the Stone Edge. And Thunder Wave will paralyze the Aerodactyl. That will half its speed. As in comes Dazzling Gleam. Decent damage against Aerodactyl there. And he's fully paralyzed. Takes another Dazzling Gleam. But barely takes it. Stone Edge will finish the Togekiss off. Cynthia down to 2 Pokemon now. In comes Electros. Supercell Slam will take Aerodactyl down. I believe this is a Scarf Electros. Dragon Pulse Electros takes that from the Blastoise. And Supercell Slam will finish it off. Cynthia leveling the battle here with an Electros. Gyarados will lower its physical attack. It's a critical hit from Supercell Slam. The Wacom Berry is enough to save Gyarados, and Tyranitar's on low health. Cynthia might pull off a massive comeback here, and does. Supercell Slam hits all 4 times. Of course, if that missed even once, Electros is done because of the crash damage that Supercell Slam deals, just like High Jump Kick. Well, Supercell Slam from Electros, from a Scarf Electros, with its attack lowered, still enough with a critical hit to one-shot the Gyarados, even through the Wacom Berry. That was a huge one-shot knockout for Cynthia, and that is what won her this battle, I believe. That was a huge one-shot knockout and a massive critical hit. Very important to Cynthia winning this battle, coming back from 2 Pokemon down there, 2 Pokemon behind Blue. It was 4-2 there. And Milotic had already been weakened as well, quite heavily. So it was down to Electros. It's Choice Scarf Electros wins this battle for Cynthia and puts her second in the championship, right behind Wally. And guess who she has in 2 weeks' time? It's Cynthia against Wally all over again. And that is a very different battle than it was in the first week of the championship. If Cynthia wins that battle, there is a chance that she could level against Wally here in 2 weeks' time. And that could be incredible. Absolutely incredible. Cynthia could level with Wally. She won't take the top spot, I don't believe, on Pokemon difference. But the fight for the top spot is on here if Cynthia can beat Wally in 2 weeks' time. She takes second place, and Blue loses out to Lance, potentially to Lance, for the final spot of the playoffs. This battle has had massive results in terms of the top 4 spots, and in terms of the very top spot as well. Cynthia wins by 2 Pokemon and could completely shake up this championship in the second half.